Hey everybody, it's Irene with BrainStormAcres, and obviously I'm in the greenhouse. Now I have to admit, I am not thrilled. For the first time in my God knows how many years of growing plants from seeds, I have had zero germination on a project. Zero. These plants were planted 15 days ago and nothing. Now there's a couple of types of plants in here, including the peppers and the husk cherries, which can take that long. But you know what? Those tomatoes should all have been up. So I am not sure what happened. I've never used this exact setup before, so it's possible something just went wrong. I have, however, been using bottom watering trays with top cloches for, I don't know, 15 years at least. So yeah, no idea what went wrong, and I am going to solve that problem right now by replanting. I have to. I'm already running an entire month behind. This is a problem. And I'm going to still have to reevaluate some other things. We have a schedule. We have a schedule that is based on what we need to do in our lives. We travel a couple of times a year at least on business. We used to do more, but this is a real problem when stuff's not going to be coming off at the right time. So I am going to be trying to get these things to grow again. If it doesn't work this time around, I'm really going to have to reconsider what I'm doing for the summer garden. I need to find somebody local that I can trust, and so far that just has not happened. I'm finding people are totally unreliable. They don't come when they say they're going to come and stuff like that, and I can set up the garden to be pretty self-contained, but it still needs to be checked on once in a while just to make sure that everything is going okay. In the past, I have been able to find a couple of people who took care of the garden. Some people did better jobs than others. I'm not sure what we're going to do this year. I have a thought process in my head. My most reliable person is no longer available. So I just need to work this out and find another reliable person. I think I have somebody who's not too far a drive away, who's a pretty serious gardener. I have a thought process on that as to what we might be able to do to make that work. So I'm just going to get going. I am short of certain seeds, but I'm going to plant everything I have to start with, and we're just going to do it. only thing I'm missing is Grand Marshal. So I'm going to go get the Grand Marshal. And I'm also going to plant in my radishes. Now that is not a radish, that is probably a tomato. I mean a potato. My cherry bell radishes did not come up at all. So I'm going to plant Crunchy King instead. And I decided I would do this because there's no reason to leave a section here empty. I think they were older seeds. Except that sometimes things don't come up. But I don't like wasting spots in my buckets, so now we have Crunchy King. And I will cover that guy back up. There we go. And I am going to pick one of these radishes here that is crowding another one. So now its next door neighbor can have more space. And that is a Sora radish, I think. It's either Sora or Roxanne. Probably Sora. Okay. All right. Found out I was one set of seeds short. And that's for Grand Marshal, which is a beefsteak style beast. And I have literally just enough seeds. Ooh. That's not cool. Okay. Now what I have done is I have replanted everything. These are dwarfs. These are cherries. And then I have an assortment of determinants and a few indeterminants. I was short one Granadero, so I planted an extra Bella Rosa. I double planted a few of these things. I am going to top dress these things with perlite now. I usually do top dress, and this year I didn't. So I'm going to top dress the second planting. I would prefer this to be a finer grain stuff. It's what I could get. It's what Henry uses for the hydroponics. And I usually sort of crush it with my fingers a little bit to make it a little smaller. It's still super light, so it provides kind of a mulch on top. All right. Now, this soil is already quite damp, But what I am going to do is still top water a little, just to make sure that everything sort of settles in. Okay, done. Lunch break. I'm going to write down changes I've made here. Lavender. I only wound up with 3 of those. 3 instead of 5. But I wound up with an extra Bella Rosa. And an extra Gardener's Delight. And everything else is the same. Yep. Okay. Lunch break. I will see you guys later.